All right, y'all. We back with another video, man. Y'all already know what's going on, all right? Now, y'all know we had to get into it a little bit. There's been a lot of reaction to Spirit Airlines closing down, right? So this video will just be, a little simple compilation. Probably won't spend too much time on it. And I think I got two other clips that I want to show y'all that are just random. Doesn't have anything to do with Spirit Airlines. But the gist of all the clips and, theories around Spirit Airlines closing down just about what? 3 weeks from their anniversary. I think it was started. Now, was it? I think somebody has. Sorry about that. I think it was started May 28th, right? I think May 28th, what was that, 1992? When it became Spirit Airlines. I think it existed since like the late 1800s, but obviously it wasn't Spirit Airlines. And so it actually has been 33 years since 1992. It's about like 33 years, 11 months, and like a couple of days. Like some people was like, no, the truth community is spreading misinformation. It's 34 years, but it's not technically. I mean, it's not right at that 34th year yet. If I'm not mistaken, at the end of this month, would have officially made it 34 years. So yes, they shut down 33 years right before their anniversary, basically, right? Somebody said 33 years, 0 accidents in April. Somebody said 33 years and 0 accidents. Them closing after 33 years is a dead giveaway. They also had 0 accidents. Again, let that sink in. Think about it. Let's get into some of these clips. A lot of people are making a lot of sense. Check it out, y'all.
Wake up! Spirit Airlines closing isn't just a coincidence. God works in mysterious ways. Everything is a spiritual warfare. There is symbols and everything. Think about it. Spirit is shut down forever. Spirit Airlines. The name Spirit. Spiritual realm. And you could call me crazy. You can call me crazy. But you can literally call me crazy. But there is a little to no chance that a company like Spirit Airlines was open from 1992 and not has had one crash with the name Spirit, because the name Spirit holds weight. So if Spirit was closed, it quite literally can mean that something is about to happen. It's a signal. God works in mysterious ways. He gave us a big yellow plane and shut down a big yellow plane that's in the sky like the sun. The sun represents the spiritual realm. And the Spirit Airlines just closed. Either something really good is going to happen or something really bad is about to happen.
He makes a lot of points. This could be something that is very spiritual. A lot of people make a different points. That's why I wanted to show y'all a compilation of different people talking about it, because just about all of these clips I'm going to show you are kind of like different theories, right? So let's go ahead, just jump right into it. We'll check out the next one.
Conspiracy theorist moment. If you're not a conspiracy theorist, leave the room. Spirit Airlines shutting down abruptly was not a mistake. It's a strategic plan. They are making the world less affordable. Sooner or later, the only people that will really be able to enjoy life are middle class and upper class people. The poor won't be able to do nothing but work. Just think about it. Spirit Airlines was one of the most affordable and cheapest airlines to take for people on a budget. Watch how they raise the prices of airplane tickets. Watch how travel fees exceed what the lower class can afford to pay. They don't want you in the sky taking trips, enjoying your time, okay? They want you on the ground working, not in the sky. It don't stop there. For the past 5-10 years, they have been taking everything that's affordable and making it high and unobtainable. Before long, they're gonna take away Dollar General, Family Dollar, anywhere you can shop that's for the lower class, they're gonna take it away. They're gonna make it harder for the lower class people to live. I'm telling y'all. You want my advice? Get you some money, save you some money. Don't spend your money for the next 5 years, okay? We need to see where the world is going, because Spirit Airlines shutting down, it was not a coincidence. It was not a mistake. It's a strategic plan, and they doing it in sections, okay? Pay attention.
Very interesting take on that one. You know, separating, which has already been going on probably since you and I have been born, as far as, you know, the separation between the poor and the rich, as in it's just one or two. There is no middle class. There is no middle ground. I mean, and if you think about it, he got a point. That is a pretty good way to, you know, stop people who can't afford Delta, Southwest, and all these, you know, I guess you call them like upper airlines or whatever. It's definitely a way to keep people from going to and from. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, that makes a lot of sense. Somebody said, I thought everybody hated Spirit. I think everybody hates Frontier, right? Like Frontier, their seats are like back to back to back. Like you got no space in Frontier at all. But let's move on to this next clip. I think this one is random, and then we'll get back to some of the clips about Spirit. So let's just kind of switch it up a little bit. All right.
David is a witch. This is all alleged under me, bro. Now, I've studied voodoo and practiced voodoo and dark magic. Here's the problem. Blood magic, literally. With that being said, I don't do the herbal essence witchcraft, the period blood and spaghetti sauce. None of that crap. There are different levels to witchcraft, and there are different types of witches. Essentially, witchcraft is the mind, bro. It's about, you got to set your intentions, bro. You have to set your intentions.
Well, yeah, you definitely always have to set your intentions. That's almost with everything in life, but it's also definitely with witchcraft. Remember, he said something about the menstrual stuff in spaghetti sauce, and y'all remember Bad Baby and Old Girl was talking about that in that episode we did a video on.
And it's a pattern. It's literally a pattern. So you have to follow the ritual, the time, the day, the week, the month. This is what he did. Celeste disappeared on April 23rd. Bruh. That's literally a week out from Walpurgis Night in Beltane. Bro, April 30th to the 1st is when witches and warlocks used to meet with the devil to renew their powers. Here's the problem. A lot of the people ain't talking about on the internet how David in his house, they allegedly found like this cage furnace type thing that can heat up to over 1,600 degrees, bro. So that type of fire, it comes off as a Moloch deity, some type of fire god. But because of the timing, I've speculated that he might have walked with Moloch, but that ritual wasn't really geared towards Moloch. What he was doing was making sure, so witches would renew their powers during the April 30th to the May 1st. What he was doing, before he could ascend higher, April 23rd, that week leading up to the witches renewing their powers, you could say that was his sacrifice week to ensure his continued success in the music industry, bro. Straight up. We know about Sam Hain, November 1st. We know about all of these different gods that people believed in. These things, they come at different times. The ritual, the Stargate alignments, planetary alignments, blood moons. Bro, time is a very relevant thing. And I need y'all to really understand this. So he was operating, I don't think it's a coincidence that St. George Day, Day of the Sacrifice to the Dragon, April 23rd. Song release, July 20th, right? So that's not a primary to any ancient ritual dates, right? But May 5th, St. George's Day, Julian calendar, Blue Fang, Treasure Night. So the allegory goes like this. Apparently, the witches and warlocks and whoever else would practice these rituals during this time. It was said that a blue flame would reveal a hidden treasure if they was to go and seek it out. What was the hidden treasure he was looking for? higher levels of success in the music industry. It all lines up.
Now, what made that really interesting, y'all got to remember, when they held that press conference, right? And who was it? Was it the district attorney that did the press conference in Los Angeles County, LAPD? I forget the guy. I remember the white guy that did the press conference, and he said this murder, you know, this was to make sure his, his rise in music was to continue. They basically told us this. That's why I thought I've never seen this guy in my life before. I'm not sure if this is his page or not. I am anti-Matrix. I'm not sure. But that's exactly what he was talking about. It was clear, you know what I'm saying? And who knows what's going to happen as far as the trial and everything else. But whatever label David is attached to, I'm not sure who he's signed to, Interscope, maybe Atlantic, they have made a lot of money off of this. Even if he doesn't see the light of day again, he may not reap this success, but the label for sure is going to reap the success.
I'm saying Future float.
Float?
Future floats.
Like how David Blaine, one leg up, one leg down type, actually float.
No, this is no bull. Future one day was in the studio. Future told me no, write a script want to do a movie, and he was gonna do it with Big Bang Black, and he was pressing me about writing a movie, and I finally wrote the movie. About a month later, and we went back to the studio, and I'm like, Future, I got the script ready, and whatever he was on, dude was like floating. I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker's floating. It's like, yo, this motherfucker's motherfuckers just floating around, like he was there but wasn't there. Very slow, same pace, motherfuckers floating. And that was weird.
But the floating thing doesn't make any sense.
Bro, motherfuckers floating, bro. Future float.
Like his feet were above the ground and then he moved?
The way that dude moved, bro, was like this. There was no
hoverboard? No hoverboard?
No hoverboard, bro. Motherfucker was just like this. Future's like this. And he'll look at you like, what up, kid? This nigga's... Whoa. Future's different like that.
When I heard this clip, I was like, yeah, I'm going to play this one. I'm going to put Future on the thumbnail too, because I never heard nobody say that. Then somebody left a comment and said, Future high demand lyrics, that's all I'm going to say. And somebody quoted, I don't walk on land, I don't walk on land. So that's basically them. That was a part of the verse in the song, I never walk on land. Somebody else said that's why they call him the Wizard, which Future does call himself the Wizard. But sometimes I find it crazy, like random people. Well, I mean, obviously he's been around Future and stuff like that, but somebody said Prince did too. Future's a warlock. Somebody said Christopher Walken's Mel Gibson said he floated towards him in an interview. It's actually crazy. They do wicked things for them powers, and it's well known. You can tell he a warlock. Indeed, he is. Hence why his music is so captivating, and it's also because they do them those rituals around his music. It's crazy though, like for somebody to just come out and tell you a story like that he saw him actually float. I don't be thinking, like, why do you have to lie about that? Why would you say another man floated? Like, just because you just want to get that out there. Sometimes people got to realize these folks don't be lying. Like, these folks that get a chance to be around these celebrities and all this dark stuff, I don't think they be lying, y'all.
Y'all, Spirit Airlines shutting down is not about people not traveling. Spirit Airlines shutting down is about people not ascending. And I know that may sound crazy to you, but all I need for you to do is just follow me. Now, a lot of people are not huge believers of what happened in the physical is also the same thing that's happening in the spiritual, right? Is above, so below. So trust me when I tell you that there is no coincidence that this airline was shut down on the third day of the month after being in business for 33 years, okay? 333. And it is also not a coincidence that when you are on a plane, you are not considered a customer. You are not considered a person. You are considered a soul. Right now, the collective consciousness is elevating and ascending at an astronomical level. And this is something that they cannot control because it puts them in a position where they are no longer able to control the narrative. So them shutting down Spirit Airlines in the physical is them shutting down your spirit in the spiritual, as above, so below. And a lot of people, like I said before, may not believe this, but everything is spiritual. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I know I probably already sound crazy to y'all on Beyonce's internet, but stay woke.
Now, that's why I say a lot of people have different theories, but all of this stuff is basically the same thing. And I liked her theory as well. Someone said everyone needs to watch La Brea. I think I marked that for me to watch it. Y'all let me know if y'all seen that show and if I should actually check it out. I probably will, but another person noticed you're on point, 33 years, 0 fatal accidents. The only thing that sounded crazy was calling this Beyonce's internet. Yeah, that's crazy. Somebody said 5/3/2026 added up is 9, which is completion. I thought they shut down on the second. I thought that was on the second. Somebody said they shut down at 3 a.m. Soul Plane, movie with Kevin Hart. Everything is that deep. No, it really is though. They definitely didn't just shut down just because they didn't get a bailout from the government. And there's another clip where I could show y'all where one of the guys from RDC, like that skit group, the comedians, where he was talking about them actually taking the money for the buyout, but they still had to shut down in order for the US to use their planes for war. Now, I thought that was interesting as well. So let's check that one out and then we'll wrap the video up. All right.
I guess the government knew they were about to shut down, right? And so the government was like, bro, we tried to give you 500 million to give us, to bail you out. But we have to get up, you have to give us 90% of your company, shareholder company, and give us like half of your fleet so we could use them in the military because they blowing up all of our planes. And apparently planes take a lot of rare minerals. And so it's like, it's hard to get, you know what I'm saying? Keep remaking the hoes. It's like, hey, let's get half of your fleet. We'll bail you out. What's up? Spirit say, nah, fuck that.
What?
Shut down. So we shutting down.
So they didn't do it. So what do they do with all their planes?
I don't know. Spirit Airlines.
Now, that's interesting. You know, even if he was joking, that is very interesting. Where is the inventory going? Somebody said, I believe they either sell the inventory to other companies. Either United or Alaska will be future owners of those planes. JetBlue is just a cover up. Boeing go hand in hand with United Airlines. It's the worst. What if they take our planes and use them as missiles for the war? Yes, bankruptcy. They sell all the assets and planes are part of said assets. I don't know. That's kind of an interesting little take. But at the end of the day, I think it definitely has meaning to where we are in this world. Why couldn't it be Frontier? Why couldn't it be the green seats and them little dirty looking green seats in the plane? Why couldn't they be the ones to shut down? It had to be the airline that had 0 fatal accidents. Remember when all those Boeing planes were going down and it was really becoming known that Spirit was the only one that's never had a fatal accident since they've been in existence. And now all of a sudden, the cheapest airline for people to fly has shut down. 33 years. There is no coincidence, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one. Like I said, I was going to keep it kind of short and sweet. You know, no need to be all over the place. Let me know what y'all want to see on the channel next, man. It's Black Balloon. And I'm going to see y'all soon, all right? I'm out.